Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to take a look at the character the Scarecrow. Basically it's a request that has been made by Friend Gamers 1. So let's get started. It was a bit more challenging than I thought to try to recreate it. Although maybe I should have looked on the villain side maybe for a few extra pieces of style, but well. So basically the hard part was to try to get the mask properly. The one of the problems is that there's like two Scarecrow headpieces, but one has like a no mask on the face, and the other one has no hat. If we could take the hat from this one and the mask from the one that you see to the right of the screen, that would have been a perfect match. Sadly, that was not an option. So I went with the closest I could find. I'll take a look at the various pieces of style in just a second. Just trying to take a good look at our friend the Scarecrow. So basically, this is I would say pretty much the classic version of the character from the comics, with a few exceptions. So let's take a look at each pieces of gear of style actually that we used. So for the headpiece, as I mentioned, there is two Scarecrow quote-unquote official headpieces. There's this Scarecrow sack, and there's the Scarecrow, which is, I'll show it to you without the face. So as you can see, there's nothing covering the face, and sadly the only mask that I kind of liked, I guess I could have went with the ghoul mask. Yeah, that actually kind of works. So for the mask, I suppose we can go with the ghoul mask. But basically, there's no mask that really reproduces the Scarecrow. At least none that I have right now. For the hands, I went with the Celtic hands. It works well enough. The belt, I went with the Egyptian belt. There's probably one or two other belts I could have used, but I've settled for this one. For the boots, the wizardry boots were pretty much perfect. For the chest piece, I went with the, not sure how to say it properly, jute or jute. I went with the jute chest piece. But someone also suggested to use it to recreate the BVS Batman costume. I'll probably give it a try at some point. For the pants, I went with the Celtic, although again the jute would probably have done the trick, but I'll show it to you in a bit. And of course, the aura. I almost forgot the aura. You have to use the ghost aura. There's no way you cannot use the ghost aura with this character. And luckily, Halloween is just around the corner, so you're going to be able to purchase the ghost aura soon enough. And here I went with the other Scarecrow headpiece. So, and I used the jute for the chest and for the pants. And in this case, for the boots, I'll show them to you in just a second. For the boots, I went with the Harley Quinn, what's it called? The Bombshell Harley Quinn boots. Although it's a little too brown on brown, I suppose. I probably could have given it a little bit more contrast. Although in the comics, he pretty much is monochrome, or even in the film, come to think of it, he's pretty much usually monochrome in various shades of beige or brown. And here I tried a variation that doesn't really look like the Scarecrow, but it kind of suggests the Scarecrow nonetheless. So basically you have the hat, the weird mask, even the sort of shape of the chest piece kind of is reminiscent of the Scarecrow a bit. So in this case, basically what I've done, and again I've used the Harley Quinn boots, the Bombshell Harley Quinn boots, I should say. And in this case, I went with the wizardly head. For the chest piece, I went with the Holiday Elf. The pants, I went with the North Pole pants. And again, the boots, that's the Bombshell Harley Quinn boots. And the gloves are the Celtic gloves. The belt is the Egyptian belt. So again, it's not doesn't really look like the Scarecrow per se. It's not accurate to the Scarecrow, but it kind of looks and suggests the character. So I thought it was appropriate enough. And last but not least, I went with a variation that again doesn't really look like the Scarecrow, but there was I saw quite a few images where you had basically a Scarecrow mask, but with really glowing eyes and the glowing mouth. And I thought this was a bit closer than any of the other versions that I had. So even though, yeah, this is the pumpkin head, also it's a head style that you can get only during the Halloween seasonal. So again, with the Halloween seasonal just around the corner, get your hands on that head style because if you don't, you're going to be a long time before you can actually get that style again. So again, I created a few tiny variations. We'll go through it in just a second. So again, for the pumpkin head and the ghost aura, Halloween is just around the corner. So make sure you get those during the Halloween seasonal. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait a whole year before you can get those again. So again, obviously the head is the pumpkin head. For the chest piece, in this case, I went with the escaped inmate, just to create a variation on the look. And the pants are the Celtic pants. The gloves are the Celtic gloves. The belt is still the Egyptian belt, and the boots obviously are still the bombshell Harley boots. So this is pretty much it for recreating our friend the Scarecrow. And ironically enough, the Scarecrow seems to be about to play a major role in the upcoming the new Gotham season. I saw the first episode earlier today, and they seem to be aiming to raise the Scarecrow as a major player in the new Gotham season. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what they end up doing with the character. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.